back with another video. Today I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about people. I just never understood why people like to see you in a bad position. Okay, you can meet people and they met you at not your best level and they somehow got up to this level, but they look at you as below them, so they don't want you to become higher than them. So even if they got these opportunities, even if they got this and this and that, or whatever the case may be, they're not going to help you out because they always looked at you beneath them, okay, out of jealousy and envy, because they see who you truly are. But they're not going to help you because at the end of the day, they've been jealous and envious of you since the day they laid eyes on you. And when you cut these folks off, don't expect for them to not be watching you. Don't expect for them to not be trying to sabotage you. And I'm here to let you know what God planned for your life, what God will for your life, what God says He's going to do in your life. It will happen, okay? You will succeed and you will prosper as long as you keep God first, okay? Keep God first. And when I start to look back on my life and how much God has healed me and graced me and showed mercy on my life and changed me inside and out for the better and allowed me to humble myself in front of Him, I just give all thanks to God, because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't from Him. And I thank God for protecting me when I was in the darkness, not able to see people's true intentions, right? So the thing about it is that God will protect you when you're in the dark, because He knows your heart. He knows that He's going to get you to a place that you will show glory to His name. You will give Him glory to His name. You will say, God did it. Okay? You will give honor to God because of the things that He saved you from and kept you from and allowed you to see people for who they truly are, no matter how much they smiled in your face, no matter how much they seemed like they were genuine. God allowed you to see their true intentions, okay? God allowed you to see what they were truly about and where they really felt, how they really felt about you, okay? And when you are doing the same things as certain people, or you, even if you're not in the same field, but you are in your purpose, or you are, taking step by step and becoming a better version of yourself, and there's somebody around you, or people, a group of people could be around you, and they see that you're not who you used to be, and they see that you're making the steps to become a better person, but they're not becoming a better person. They're so focusing on how you're doing what you're doing and not focusing on themselves and getting themselves better and to become a better person, getting themselves right with God. They're not focusing on it. They're focusing on you. They got their eyes on you. They just obsessed with you. And it's not because of who you are, because you're big and bad, because you're beautiful, because you this and that. It's not because of that. It's because the light that God placed on you, and they're attracted to that light, okay? Believe it or not. Because at the end of the day, if somebody is super obsessed with you as far as looking at you, watching you when they don't like you, watching you when you clearly don't speak to them anymore, but they stay blocking you down and cackling with people around them, amongst them, and making you the center of their life. It's so weird, and it just sounds so strange, but that's what happens. That's life, and it is happening, okay? When you feel like you have to go and make a fake account on social media to stalk somebody and to watch them, you have a sickness within you, okay? When you feel like you have to send a post of someone that you used to deal with, or used to, deal with as far as friendships, whatever it is, and you decide to share their post with a group of other people or another person to laugh, to mock, whatever the case may be, and to just watch, you have a sick spirit in you, okay? And it's time for deliverance, okay? Because when you so stuck on somebody else, the less and the far you are from your goals and what you're trying to do in your life. There's no reason why you have to watch somebody and look at them and feel like you have to get back into their lives just so you can use them up and finish the job that you felt like you failed at the first time. Understand, when you're dealing with a child of God, when you're dealing with someone who prays to God and talks to God, God sees all and he knows the heart. So of course, God is going to tell his child, be careful. Watch for this. Proverbs, okay? Psalms 91, protection, all right? Don't be afraid. Don't do this, because if you do this, this is going to happen to you, okay? Child of God, protection. Pay attention to me. Listen to my commands. Follow, obey. God say these things for a reason, okay? It is to protect the child of God. It's protect you, child of God, from the people who are dealing with demon spirits inside of them and stalking you and watching you and mocking you and laughing at you and thinking that your life is a big joke, okay? These people have demons inside of them, and they are a willing vessel for the enemy. So this is why God says, close that door. This is why God says, block and delete, okay? So if you continue to bring people back into your life that God told you to let go, okay, it's okay to forgive, but you do not have to reconcile with people who done you dirty, in the sense of wanting to kill you, wanting to destroy you, wish bad on you, or even send witch doctors on you, okay? When you dealing with a child of God, he ain't playing with you. So you better repent or perish, literally. And I know that I said I ain't the one to be like, repent or perish. But when you just deliberately doing things that is just so demonic and so weird, and you think that it's just normal, like the person just don't understand, they're just so naive, guess what? God already done told us, this is your warning. You better stop, because what you put out there for somebody to fail or be destroyed, guess what? It's gonna boomerang. So if I were you, and I'm glad I'm not you, you better repent or perish. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying the things that I'm saying is because I read the book of Daniel. And when you read the book of Daniel, I got y'all read the whole book. But I was in the book of Daniel, chapter 6, right? And as I'm just looking at the life of Daniel and how he leveled up because of his boldness, because of his stance and his foundation with God, he knew nothing was going to touch him, because he knew that God was with him, okay? He knew that he honored God, that he would not do nothing against God, okay? He knew that. So when the beginning of book of Daniel, there was a king named King En. I don't know how to pronounce his whole name, so I'm going to say King En. And he had a dream where he just needed somebody to tell him what the dream meant. So he went to these magicians and these astrologers, people outside of God's will, to tell him what, the dream meant. And they couldn't tell him. They needed to know what the dream was first for him to tell him. And the King En was like, I am not dumb. I am not naive. I know that I'm dealing with y'all, and y'all can't tell me what my dream is without me telling you what it is first. I know you lying. So he sent out a order or whatnot, and saying that, if you don't tell me what it is, you're going to die. Daniel, which is God's child, heard it. He's trying to protect his and his own, protect himself and his family, his friends, the people that he was around. So he asked God, humbled himself in front of God, and asked God to give him the dream, to show him, to tell him, so he could protect his family and himself. Daniel, he told him what the dream was, and King En was like, oh yes, I'm going to honor y'all. Go ahead. Yeah, you're going to be top administrator. Okay. He made Daniel top administrator. And the fact that Daniel was so strong and powerful, his friends, his obedience was connected to his friends' deliverance. So his friends was like, yeah, we believe. And they tried to throw them in the furnace. They literally tried to throw these haters, these demon spirits that's in these folks, was trying to throw Daniel's friends into the furnace. But they were not going. They were not going to fall for the okie doke. They trusted God, and they knew that, okay, you want to throw us in the furnace? go ahead. Because at the end of the day, God is with us. He's going to protect us. Ain't nothing bad going to happen to us. So do what you got to do. And and behold, they were not touched with the fire. Okay, they were not touched with the fire. The people that they tried to get them thrown in the fire got thrown in the fire. Okay, and then when you go further into the chapter 6, what I was reading, then there was a new king that came in, which was King Darius. So King Darius, he already knew about Daniel. You know, Daniel kept his position. You know, kings fall to your left, to your right, whatever. God is the one who rise, and he's the one that brings them down. So now it's King Darius that is there. And Daniel, he's an administrator, and there's other administrators around him. And these other administrators got monitoring spirits in them. They got demonic spirits in them. They're looking for something about Daniel. Okay, we need to figure something about this man so he can get up out of here. Because first of all, who he's supposed to be. They already jealous. So they trying to figure out, okay, we can't get him in insecurities. We can't get him out of this. We can't take him down in his position. The only way we could take him down in his position is to convince King Darius, okay, you need to take Daniel up out of here because he ain't the one who is following your law when you said that you're the only one that people need to bow down to. And we caught Daniel up in there praying to God on his feet. So you need to get him out of here. And King Darius, he's over here, you know, the king and caring about what people think. And he's like, well, I got to follow the rules now. Boom. Now you got King Darius saying, oh, man, Daniel, I hope your God will be able to save you because honestly, I don't want to do this, but I know I have to. So he sent Daniel unto a den of lions. So they threw him in the den of lions because Daniel said, I'm not about to be worshiping you. I'm not about to be bowing down to you. I only bow down to God. So what he did was went down in the den and he was just like, all right. So they shut the little door and none but the lions just all around. And then when they came back out there, they saw that Daniel was not even touched. God shut those lions' mouths. And when the king saw this, he said, get him up out of there. Get Daniel up out of there. And now y'all who tried to accuse him, you're going down in the den. And before they could even hit the bottom, the lions ate them up. Kids and children. Done. Done. Because what you try to do to somebody that is vicious, that is jealous, that is envy, that is just sick and twisted, will happen to you. And that's exactly what happened to the administrators who tried to get Daniel ate up and torn into pieces. Because they living out a heart of envy and jealousy. So that's why I always say, no matter what it looks like, no matter what weirdness someone does, pray for them, keep it pushing, keep it moving. Don't look to your left, don't look to your right. Keep doing what God told you to do, no matter how you feel. Make sure you ask God for guidance so that way you don't make the same mistakes as you did before. So that way you will have confidence in yourself because God has blessed you with the confidence that he had when he was on earth, when he had to do what he had to do that he didn't want to do. But he said, Father, your will be done, not my own. God had that confidence. He had that courage. So when you following God, ask God for his guidance. Ask God to not make the same mistakes. Ask God to open your eyes to see clearly, to ask God for every person who entered your life to give you discernment, no matter how much they smile in your face, no matter how much genuine they may seem. Ask God about each and every person who entered your life. And listen to God when he's speaking to you, when he's telling you this, and that. And even when he's quiet or he seems quiet, you got to keep walking. You got to keep going because you got to understand that God is not going to leave you nor forsake you nor abandon you, no matter what's going on in your life. Period. Okay? That is on that. Okay? And y'all, I had to take a moment of silence because when you ask God about everything, the people who thought that you were so naive and slow and so sweet and just timid, their favorite word, and you turn around and you do the opposite of what they thought you was going to do or what they thought you was going to become. Now they're looking with their mouth dropped like, what? he wasn't looking like that 5 years ago or a year ago or a couple months ago. They doing what I thought they were never gonna do. What? They need my help. They didn't ask me. How they doing this? Oh, I can't help but to make a fake account and watch them from afar. I can't help but to look and share the content with other people so we can laugh at them. I can't help but to make other people look at them like they are not what they feel like they are, so they can stop, so they can hate them as I hate them. I cannot stand these folks who's doing better than me. That is a demon spirit, and you need to go to Christ so he can help you, heal you, and get them demons out of you. Because it's not going to get you anywhere but destruction when you have that mindset of envy and jealousy. You have to pray. And for the people who are experiencing things like that, like I say, focus on what God told you to do. Ask God for everything that you need. His strength, his courage, his confidence, his boldness, his ability to keep going when it's hard, when it seems like one day you up and then one day you may feel like you down. Keep asking God to keep going. Ask God to keep you going. Ask God for his guidance. Ask God, even if it's time for you to rest, to give you peace that surpasses all understanding, to rest, to keep going, to know when to rest, when to keep going. Whatever it is that you're confused about, ask God and he will tell you clean, clear sight. Get into your word and to ask God for the things that you may not see. Ask God to shine your light, shine his light. Ask God to shine his light in any area that you're in the dark about and any area that you think you have light in. Ask God to shine his light. Ask God to open your heart up to receive his revelation and his knowledge, his wisdom, his understanding, his perspective. Ask God to open your eyes to see, open your ears to hear, open your mind to understand him. Ask God to help you in the times when you feel like you are lustful. Ask God to help you in the times when you feel like you want to go off on somebody. Ask God to help you in the times when you feel rejected, to not go back into your old ways. Ask God for his strength to not do those things. Be honest with God. If you fail, don't run from him. Go to him. Tell him, Lord, I fail in this. Lord, I fail in this and I need your help. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes. Ask God to help you close the chapter, close the door on toxic stuff that's not going to grow you but destroy you. Ask God to give you the strength and his willpower to keep pushing, to keep going. But yeah, that is it, y'all. That is all. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you have anything that you want to say in the comment section, keep it respectful. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.